like Kauai?
I love Kauai, man.
Yeah, would you like to live anywhere else? Or?
If I wanted to live anywhere else, I'll tell you what, I'd be living there.
Okay.
But even when I had to live mainland, I always knew that someday I'd be back here. You know, and this is always my goal. We do ice cream. You ever take, like, one day if you guys nothing to do, you can stand up boards, man. You can even take mom and stand up paddle straight up that river. And there's a waterfall up there, like a staircase waterfall.
Okay.
Super awesome.
Yeah. So what was the name of the place that we just surfed at?
We just surfed at Kahili Beach.
Kahili Beach.
Otherwise known as Rock Quarries.
Rock Quarries. And what was the first spot?
The first spot was Wires.
Wires. Is there a Hawaiian name for that spot?
Yeah, Wires is just the name of that surf break. It's basically by Anini.
Okay.
Anini would be the beach, but it used to be called Vainini. But one day the sign broke and the Vai fell off. And all that was left is the Anini, so now everybody just calls it Anini Beach.
Oh, okay. I had an Anini sandwich at the hotel.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, so that was a reef spot where we surfed the first time.
Wires is all reef. Kahili's nice sand.
Yeah, beach break. What I'm comfortable with. Don't know my way around the reef too much.
It's all right, fast learner, sink or swim.
Right. You know, if I lived here, maybe I'd take my time and get used to it or whatever, you know. But you were saying, like, if I went right out there, like it was shallow reef over there, I was like, I won't be going right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up the rest of the trip for my mom, you know.
Always better be safe than sorry.
You ever have to get stitches or anything out here?
No, but you know what? I don't do stitches. I'm a firm believer in super glue.
Oh, super glue. That's what my buddy Pollock, everybody calls him by his last name. He does. He just messed up his finger really bad on a trip, not a surf trip, but he got a bad cut, and he couldn't move his finger for a couple weeks, and he didn't get stitches. He knows an EMT guy who's stitched him up a few times, you know. But
the super glue work just as good.
Okay.
And it doesn't cost as much. The trip to the hospital costs a lot.
Right. How many hospitals do you have on the island?
We've got 3 actually.
3, okay. I saw a sign a few miles back there of a medical center. It was a ways back.
There's a medical center up in Kilauea. That's just a medical center, but there's actually an emergency room, Mahilona and Kapa, and there's a main hospital, Wilcox in Lihui. And then on the west side, there's another hospital over there on the west side. And the west side one is actually the best one.
Cool. So every time I ask you like where the best break is, I feel like it's like supposed to be top secret, so nobody knows about it, you know.
It's not so much top secret. It's that since it's an island and the swells come from different directions all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. There's different spots that'll break depending on which swells come.
Yeah.
So you really have to look at the direction of the swell, the direction of the wind, and the tides, because some spots, if it's too shallow, you can't surf on them. You know, like Wires, the spot we went, it was still high enough tide you can go out.
Yeah.
But you see how shallow it was still yet. And then at low tide, there's no way you can even paddle out there. Okay. So, you know, there's surf spots all around the island. It's just a matter of which one is breaking good at the time.
Yeah. Where's the safest place to surf if you're a tourist?
Honolulu, right by the pier.
Honolulu. Okay.
That is where you can teach a 3-year-old to surf.
Okay. Do you ever have like good waves there?
Guaranteed.
Oh yeah?
Guaranteed. There's times where in the wintertime when it's breaking 25, 30 foot outside, it's breaking head high in there. Okay. You know, and it'll look a lot like the wave we rode at Rockwards.
Yeah, where is that place?
Right in Honolulu, right next to the pier.
Honolulu, up here, okay.
Yeah. Honolulu has like 20 different surf zones in that one bay itself. Okay.
Yeah, we walked out to Pine Trees yesterday. It was pretty much flat there.
And they had the surf contest over there for the kids too, yeah.
Right, I saw that on TV. The Bruce Irons was there hosting it. They like, I think he had something to do with like, I don't know, I might be getting mixed up, but...
well, they said it was what Andy wanted. Was to do a monthly surf contest for the kids. So that's what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
And it's cool too. Every once a month they do one too for blind and handicapped people, where they go and let them out, go out to pine trees and teach them how to surf.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
You know, and even get the blind and handy kids up riding waves.
Yeah, I was tempted to save money and just try to rent a board and paddle out myself. And I walked over to Pine Trees right around from your shop, and man, I didn't feel comfortable doing that because, like, I don't know what's beach breaks, what's not. I know Pine Trees is a beach break, but there was no surf there, so.
Yeah, it's kind of small right now.
Yeah.
So that's why we headed a little more over, because the wind started to crank. So these places that are a little more east facing are going to catch more of the wind swell, and they'll be a little bigger and a little more waves than up over this side.
All right. Cool, man. I'll stop.